Hello, everyone.
Hello.
This is Janis.
And I'm Jamie. And we're going to be talking about anything that comes to our minds.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, this is the first time we're ever doing this.
Yes.
We are sorry about the inconveniences. Maybe
Such as camera, but I don't know. Maybe we will make it in the podcast world and we'll order a better camera.
That would be nice.
Microphone.
No, the microphone is fine.
That is a good branded microphone and a beautiful stand.
The thing that alarmed me a bit was that you can actually hear everything from like your mother's room.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I even this was even like a thing that happened ages ago. Like I would be playing video games, and I would leave the room, and I would go to the toilet, and I come back, and my friend says, "I could hear you pee." I could hear you pee, and I'm like,
so we will have if for example if I have to take a piss or
we have to end it all of it.
That's why we need the freaking pause button.
That is true. Did you see that there was a really useless product. It was it was for people that were like chronic Instagrammers. They couldn't be bothered to hit the hashtag key on their keyboard. It was like a device where it was just the key and the wire would go into your computer and it was the hashtag button. Right?
Oh, I saw it. Right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It was so dumb. Like I'm just wondering, like I would actually use it for something else, but just like, or even like I went to like Tiger and you can buy like a giant foam enter key. So you could be like slap the button.
Okay.
But would you want to use that shit?
Yes.
Yeah?
Like full stop.
Full stop. It'd be like a typewriter.
I think that would look really cool in the video. Like we end the video on a big,
and it would just have it would be like a nuke button. And then we'll have like
you press the button and the whole stream ends and the fucking computers turn off and the siren starts smiling.
It was just like this was what I actually loved, and when we were staying together and you woke up your brothers with a nuke alarm.
I did it two times. Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking enjoyed that because for some reason, I had this.
By the way, my little brother didn't wake up from that. I had to
wake
up. The Russians are coming.
The Russians are coming. But the weird thing is that every time you walked past, my body did a weird thing where it would wake up, and I was like awake, and then you would play it. So I don't know if my brain was like, you have to wake up now because Janis will be playing a nuke button in 5 minutes and annoy everyone. like maybe even just do like an FBI open up alarm
do a big
FBI open up, and then I mean that's the best way to wake up, to be honest, because I mean it's like. Because of these overused alarm noises, every time someone's phone rings, it makes you feel like shit.
That's why I have the SpongeBob theme.
Oh, I was always wondering why you had but then it gives me nostalgia because I loved SpongeBob.
Me too, especially like that credits
The person that created SpongeBob died a year or 2 years ago.
Oh,
the actual a creator of the old SpongeBob cartoons.
Well, I guess he was pretty old.
I think he died of it died suddenly, which is really upsetting because now
from an aneurysm or
I don't remember.
Took a huge of a shit on the toilet.
Elvis style. Just went I'm so rich from SpongeBob, I've eaten too many burgers and I'm I need to go to the toilet.
There's conspiracy about Elvis didn't die.
Well, they say, this is the weird thing. They say that he died on the toilet, but I don't think he really, Yeah.
Like he died in a crash, right?
Oh. People think he died on the toilet. Like he had.
Are they living on an entirely different plane?
He had cholesterol problems. Like that's how they remember it. They say that he ate so much American food that he was really fat and he had high blood pressure and he needed to take a shit. And when he went to the toilet, he squeezed so hard a vein burst in his brain.
So basically,
and that's how he
aneurysm.
died. Yeah, that's how he died. But then,
what was the whole crash about then?
I don't know. I mean, if anything, I would say it would be to do with drugs because of the amount of pills he was popping.
I don't know. I didn't really know.
I thought I don't know. I keep hearing different things. It's like different conspiracies.
Okay, so Elvis isn't dead, everybody?
He's still alive. He is still in the toilet to this day, taking a shit. Trying to get the burger out. Because it's so hard. You've been to America, have you?
No.
Oh, man. Have you seen the size of the plates? They're like the size of, like double the size of the pizza plates that we just ate from.
Oh my god.
Like, when I went to New York, I wanted pancakes, and a normal amount of pancakes that they were gonna eat was like on the menu was like, would you like 3, 5, or 10? And apparently the normal custom is to get like 5 or 10. And I'm like, let's play it safe here and get 3. And I was so correct to get 3 because it was like 3 pizzas on top of each other.
They were that thick?
But like, they were thick, boy.
They were. Like the big or the small one?
No, they were American pancakes, but big, like blown up big. Like, Jesus. Yeah. And I had like I was with one of my friends, and he took a picture of me before, and I was super happy. I was like, these are amazing pancakes, I want to eat them. And then slowly, as I'm getting through the pancakes, he takes a photo, and I'm like, after the first one, I'm like, it's okay, I got this, I can fit 2 more. And then I eat 2 more, and then I'm like, third picture was I was in the booth, like lying, like holding my stomach, because it was so much.
That is with the American food, like
it's so big.
This is our design. It says check your oil.
What's the story behind that?
Okay, so you know that for cars you have to check your oil regularly. So
no, please don't tell me it's dirty. It's so dirty, isn't it?
Well, yeah, because it becomes dirty in a while, especially for diesel. Okay. But with this is.
How are you gonna explain this?
So, when a male human turns about 40, they can start to experience.
Your girlfriend is disapproving. Oh, that's some good art. Show it.
Okay.
Show it. Yeah. We were telling her to do art with 2 random words, and she made an octopus shoe. And Brainstorm, which is a band, and Cherry Monkeys.
Yeah,
that's a good game.
Okay,
carry on.
Okay, so you know, with when a male turns about 40-ish, they can start about like 7. I really don't want to underestimate or overestimate the precise number, so I'm just not gonna tell it anyways.
Sure,
but. When a male turns about 40, they...
You're so serious about it.
They should go to the urologist and get their prostate examined. Nice. So check your oil. That's how we made it.
Oh my god, that's really funny. I like the fact that all your designs are based on things that are like taboo.
Exactly.
I mean that, as you said.
I want to die t-shirt.
You want a dye t-shirt?
I can put it on.
Sure.
Please.
Oh, here it is.
There you go. What is that face? It shows up good. There was this program that I was watching in the UK. It's called Secret Eaters, and it's for these people that go on the show and they have no idea why they're fat or they don't know why they have packed on a lot of pounds or a lot of kilograms, and they go to this show to find out what's going on. Yeah, so they get private investigators to follow you and find out what you eat on a daily basis, and they find out that people have different modes of eating and like different ways of eating. Like some people, they eat too much before they eat a meal, like you know when you go for like dinner or lunch.
Well,
they
that's
eat,
why I don't take like the like you know you can order like uskodas in Latvian. It's like
like she will know.
Like it's
don't hit your head on the lamp.
Basically a pre-meal, like small fries or a nugget or something.
But this is UK though, so this is like 6 like sausage rolls. Oh. This guy's like cramming it down, and like the private investigators, they get a camera and they take a picture of him in his van eating it, and then
he's like really disgusting about it.
But then they do all the investigation and they invite the 2 participants to go to a cafe, but they don't say what's going to happen. All they know is that they're going to a cafe to have a consult with a nutritionist, like a person that makes the food. So they go and they order whatever they want, like some burger or something. Mm-hmm. Then the wall of the cafe opens, like physically opens, and there's a room behind it with this lady that presents the show, 2 massive tables, and they have all the food that they ate during that week that they monitored. So imagine like all the crap that you ate that day, it would be on that table. It will have maps on the walls with pictures of disgusting like pictures of like people eating burgers, like you know when you freeze frame someone eating a burger and it goes, oh, it's that.
And then like there are also like pictures of the private investigator like filming how he's wanking.
I love this food. This food is. I like people
They're
eating.
Like wanking off with a cherry pie. Oh my god! Fucking got the hot dog. Take out the sausage and fucking put in my sausage.
They can't do that. Like they even. That's so fucking. But they even like. But what they try and. I can't get out of my head. They show the private investigator. So the person orders the food, and then the private investigator goes after them and orders exactly what they ordered. And they show like the presenter what they got, and it was always something massive, like this massive hot dog, and then they would go for like breakfast, and then breakfast would be like 6 sausage rolls and like another sandwich, and like because they were doing calories wise, I think the amount of calories a man has to have a day is like 2,000 or a little bit more.
1,500 to 2,000 is normal.
I think I remember when I put it into an app, it was like 2,100. I was allowed an extra 100 or something like that. And he was eating a day like 4,000 to 5,000 calories.
Oh, that's nothing, mate. Like sumo wrestlers.
But that's a sumo wrestler.
They're
massive
10,000
anyway.
to 30,000 calories a day. Like 10,000 calories a meal or something.
Well, they want to be like a brick wall. They don't want to be pushed around.
But like sumo wrestlers, they don't have regular fat. They have special fat.
They have special fat.
Yeah, that's fat that...
It's like chunky fat. Like... No, is it like soft fat? Like...
from my understanding, it's like fat that can be absorbed like really fast.
Yeah.
But it can later on when your body needs it, it can easily break it down.
I wonder what kind of, well, I mean, this is going to come off as racist. They eat rice and noodles. But like, okay, so that's carbs, and that carbs would turn into fat. because that's how that would work.
That's why they.
But that's because it's fast burning.
Yeah. It's good fat.
Good, good fat.
No, there is good fat. You can get good fat from nuts. From like.
Oh, that's true. But do you see sumo wrestlers eating nuts? A ton of nuts in their mouth.
Have you ever seen a sumo wrestler eating for that example?
Eating nuts?
No, actually, like eating.
Oh, well,
like normal, like I haven't seen like a real sumo wrestler.
Bro, all I can tell you is Kung Fu Panda. He was like a sumo wrestler. You know Kung Fu Panda?
Yeah, but he was Kung Fu. What the fuck are you talking about?
But it was big. It was
so.
Big. I mean, big like sumo wrestler. And if you ever wanted to do Kung Fu,
like the belly, the
boing. Yeah. See, that would need. He ate dumplings,
but it was like his own like martial arts Kung Fu. Like he made his own like moves.
He made his own moves. But like
it was Kung Fu because Kung Fu.
It was
is
Kung
like,
Fu. Yeah.
Because Kung Fu is basically like it's like fighting style that. You don't really hit your opponent.
You use their energy against them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like, if an enemy for that cat or whatever came after the Kung Fu Panda, he would just use his belly and he would bounce back.
Put that on social media. I saw that.
It's only Snapchat.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
We're getting recognized.
She's gonna be our first subscriber. Then our mothers will follow.
It's just like Midnight Gospel.
Oh yeah.
It's like he does that whole thing and then it turns out there's only one subscriber in that first episode. I liked that episode. Like I liked how they did everything. Like they did the cartoon, which was completely different to what was actually going on.
But it was a podcast. Like if you would watch the entire show, it would be.
It's your pad.
If you watched the entire show, you would like for a brief moment. I don't remember which episode was it exactly, but for a brief moment, it would like glitch.
Yeah.
Glitch.
Yeah.
It was intentional, of course, but
vagina portal. That was a vagina portal.
It looked like a pussy.
He looked like a pussy. He put his head in the pussy to get to his...
Oh, maybe that was like a drug for him, because he went in a different world.
Yeah.
So when you use stuff like that, actually it sort of sends you off in a different reality.
A vagina.
Yeah, I don't remember like taking LSD and putting my head up a vagina or an asshole.
But like it's like hallucinogenic. Like you take it and there's like a metaphorical asshole and you're like, I'm gonna climb into the metaphorical asshole.
Like you're chasing the dragon, but you're chasing the asshole.
Yeah, you're chasing the asshole. You jump in. Like this is coming from a person that has never taken drugs. It's like a person that like smokes weed and then goes, "Oh man, I feel so relaxed." Like, but like they've never done it before, and they go, "Oh, I bet you you feel so relaxed and so calm."
And in reality, you
it's like existential crisis.
Yeah, exactly.
Having paranoia or something like that. Yeah. Like it's crazy that that happens. But like even like in school, it just seems like they don't really talk about it very much. Like education of that.
There is slight education, but
but they just say it's bad and you should never touch it, which then makes people feel very adventurous, like they want to try something new. How for like maybe even like alcohol, for example, like as a child, like you see your parents drink it and then you somehow have a kind of like wanting to be like them or something like that.
This topic is well, he hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
Like not even alcohol, as I understand.
No.
And I have tried almost everything there is.
That
so we're like sort of.
It's like a different worlds.
Yeah, two different like opinions about this topic. From my point of view, I think it starts early on.
Yeah.
Like I can like sort of remember even like as I was 12 years old, I would like sometimes have these not dreams but daydreams where I would like think about, oh yeah, it would be really cool if I would try that, and people would think I'm cool because they hadn't tried it and I had. And I had like that sort of mentality for till the first time I actually tried weed. And then the same mentality went even further with the harder stuff like ecstasy and LSD and stuff like that. So I was like hoarding the experience in a way, so I could in a way later on maybe tell everyone or brag about it.
Yeah, I mean I'm like on the opposite side of that spectrum, because I think for me it was more like I think it was down to, at a young age, I did a lot of bad things, but it wasn't drug related. It was more like, but this is weird, because isn't it strange that you remember? Do you remember bad things that you did as a child, but then you realize them as if you were the person that you were today? Like, because when I still have memories of things that happened when I was probably 5 or 6, and I didn't know any better, and like it still haunts me. Like it's really weird. It's like
I get you.
But isn't it weird though? Because I remember it as if I am the person that I am right now, and I'm like, why did I do that? That's so stupid. Why am I so stupid? But it's like, I even have like to talk with my mom, like, I remember doing this and I remember hurting this person, and she was like, when was this? And I'm like, I don't know, probably like at this time. And she was like, dude, you were like 6, you were 7.
You
like,
didn't know
you didn't know
better.
you were a kid. I'm like, but I don't even think about it like that. I think about it as if I was an adult and that I should have known better. Like there was a time where I got into like some sort of like, it was like when I was in lower school, and like, well, I don't even know what that is in like any sort of education terms. I guess it's close to like, well, maybe it was even nursery. That's weird. Like, even just thinking about it, I'm like, I was very young, and I remember everyone decided to, do you know the concept of like doggy piles, where like you jump on someone and then someone else jumps on, and like it like stacks up?
Yeah.
I remember this is like,
in the bottom.
No, but I don't even, this is even weirder than that. I did the doggy pile, but for some reason I was so out of my mind. I don't know why, but I just, next moment I was biting someone's arm, and I'm like biting this person's arm. It's like, you know, have you watched Madagascar?
Yeah.
Remember when the lion bites
Alex?
Alex bites Marty, the zebra on the ass?
Yeah.
And everyone just goes, what? That is exactly the same situation that happened here. So everyone's like fighting around, and I just grab something and I bite it, and I don't, but I remember it as I am now. So for some reason I'm feeling like I was how I was when I was small. I jumped in and I bit someone's arm, and back then I had very big like front teeth, like buck teeth.
Buck teeth.
Yeah. So
I still have those partially.
I like
almost see them.
I like grew into them, but oh my god, they
Did
were
you
big.
have braces?
Oh yeah, that's why my teeth are like straight now.
Yeah,
but oh my god, I used to have buck teeth, and I bit into this kid's arm. He's screaming and crying. I'm like, and everyone stops, and then I'm in an office, like the principal's office. Kid's crying with an ice pack on his wrist. He's like,
I used to be an adventurer like you.
I took an arrow to the knee, but I took a bite to the arm. And so he's crying with an ice pack on his arm, and the principal is like, what happened here? And I'm like, I didn't do anything. And he was like, well, obviously, yeah, he's like, obviously he's got rabies. I don't have rabies. I didn't give him rabies. So he has a bite on his arm. I'm like, I didn't do it. And he's like, are you sure you're saying that you didn't do it? I'm like, didn't do it. Then they show the mark, and it shows the teeth, and then 2 massive bug teeth. They look up, they like, open your mouth. I'm like, okay. And they match it up, and they go, it was you, wasn't it? I'm like, yeah, it was me.
Then why did you
And
lie?
I don't know. I didn't want to get in trouble.
Actually, that's also weird in Latvian. Like, we would have pamatskola, vidusskola, augstskola. And that would translate to primary school, secondary school, and high school or something.
Oh, wow, okay.
No, wait. Pamatskola, that would be primary school.
Yeah, we have that.
Vidusskola would be middle school.
That's secondary school for me.
And augstskola would be, like, translate to high school.
So it's so it's 3. So your high school could be college.
Yes.
But then there's different curriculum because you have like what do you do, like how many subjects do you have to learn in your last, well, not last, but like in your high school? How many subjects would you have to learn?
I think the basic like there,
because in the UK, in our college, we have A levels, which are 3 subjects. We pick 3 subjects, or even 4 if you're really smart.
I don't know, to be honest.
No,
because I didn't apply for
that's fair enough.
college, and I don't know all the rules. I just recently heard that they have such like a thing called credits or something.
Oh yeah, that's when like credits are supposed to be used for trying to get into a good university. Well, in terms of like how the UK works, because the UK.
So what is a college and what is a university?
I mean, in UK terms, your academic journey starts like in like nursery, and then you go. We're going far back. So how I had it was I had like nursery, then like a lower school, which is like years. Yeah, like yeah. There we go. Yeah, and then you go from that to like a primary school, and I went from a primary school that was at my grandparents'. And then I moved to a different primary school that was private. I went from a public to a private. And oh my God. Surprisingly enough, this story was in the public school. And then I went to a private primary school.
That's actually not surprising.
No, it's not. So I was messed up, weird, biting kids.
Because you were socializing.
Because I was what?
You were socializing.
I was socializing?
That way.
Hello, let me just chew on your arm to get to know you better.
Can I kick you in the balls,
Can I
please?
kick you in the balls? Oh, do you feel pain? I'm sorry. Can we talk about that?
I'm just trying to find my emotion.
Yeah, kick me.
myself.
I want to feel what your anger feels like. Weird. Yeah, but like that was public, and then I went to private primary school, which is like, my God, the uniform was crazy. Like super smart.
Those?
I had super smart uniform. But so in like my public one, I only had to wear like smart trousers and a polo shirt. Mm-hmm. And in the private primary, I had to wear so much stuff that it would make people pass out in the summertime. It was too hot. Like you would wear smart trousers, you would wear a blue shirt, a gray like V-neck jumper, like woolen jumper. Then you would wear a blazer. No, you would also have a tie. You would have like a tie, V-neck, blazer, and wear a hat. You had to wear a cap. But it was like in blue and green colors, so it looked nice.
Okay, well, we didn't have uniforms in school. Even if there were, I wouldn't have probably worn them.
Against the system.
Well, I guess they did introduce uniforms when I left my first primary school to the next. So I went to 2 primary schools. The first one I left because I was bullied.
Yeah.
And then in the second one they were like very tolerable.
Yeah. People.
To kids.
Yeah.
They didn't strive to make everyone look the same.
Yeah.
Teach them the same stuff, and like they were a bit more personal with each student.
Yeah, that's how it should be anyway.
Yeah. Still, it was public. Still, they taught you all the same stuff they taught to each other.
Yeah.
Like the other students.
Yeah.
But they had a bit more personal approach. Like the teacher, if you didn't understand anything and you raised your hand, the teacher would always answer.
Yeah.
And even come by to your desk and like help you individually.
Yeah.
But in the other primary school, it was like very bad. When the last bullying incident that happened to me at that school was when like 7 classmates beat me up.
Yeah, I hate that.
And yeah, they and one of the teachers was walking by. It was past school already, but she was coming coming out of the school, and it was like happening at the schoolyard.
Right.
And she just walked past, and I saw like she looked at me and just walked away. So
Jesus.
So then I like went to a psychologist or a psychiatrist. I don't really remember.
Yeah.
Told me that it's like no use for you to stay there. Nothing's gonna change.
That makes sense.
So she advised to change schools.
For me, it was like random. Like it was just one day. My mum said that she was moving to London and should I go with her? And I did. And then I went to a new school. And then I was like dressed smart. And I think that was like my kind of, it was like my education rehab stage. Like I was messed up, weird kid that didn't really understand like social cues or anything like that. Like it was just weird. And then I'm placed in like a suit and I had to go into like a school and like, it was really strange to me because I even had to get like extra help from the teacher. Like she was really nice to me. She helped me with like English and stuff. And oh my God. So because my brain was all like kind of trying to remember, like, because there were some things that were really good at the public school that I thought could work in this school. So, oh my God, this reminds me of a thing that I did that was like we had to do creative writing. You know, when you do, like, you write a story that's just on a random topic, they just tell you to write a story and then they grade it. Like, it could be to do with making it really descriptive or something. When I was in lower school, this is like kindergarten, I remember writing a story that was called The Rainbow Plane, right? Like a rainbow, like... You were looking at me like I'm weird.
No, I'm trying to imagine. But
yeah, so I wrote a story that was kind of like, there was a book in the UK that was called The Faraway Tree, and it was like about this magical tree with these magical characters. Hello, and then and it was these magical characters, and I was like, I'm gonna have that same thing, but like they came in on like this rainbow plane or something. This was when I was younger, so I wrote that story. And I remember the teachers were so happy with me that they sent me to like a principal's office, and they were like, look what Jamie wrote. He wrote this amazing story. And like someone read it and went, oh, that's really good. It's really good. So when I was in this new primary school, they said creative writing. And I went, I should do the rainbow plane again. Even though I was probably I was with kids that were even like playing the violent video games. Like they didn't care. And they were like, so what are you going to do a story on? Like some friends that I knew. And they were like, I'm going to do it on the rainbow plane. And they were like, excuse me? And I'm like, I'm going to do it on the rainbow plane. And they were like, what the fuck is a rainbow plane? And I'm like, bruh, like it worked like ages ago. My mind, it was like, it worked, it will work again.
Yeah.
I do the story and I get a fucking D. Like I get a worst grade. And I'm like, I don't get it. What happened? The rainbow plane worked in like, and because I was thinking that nursery wasn't too, like, it wasn't ages ago.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it worked then. Why didn't it work now? So then, like,
did you like pull the exact same paper and it?
Yeah, it's like scribbled really badly with like doodles in the sides.
Maybe that's why you got a D.
Yeah, I was like, but then that also made me realize, like, throughout my entire education experience, I was terrible at exams. I hated exams. Like I never understood how to do the questions properly. Like they would do the question and it would have like the marks and it would be like 2 marks, and 2 marks meant that you just had to say what it was and what it meant. Like that's basically all I remember about the mark scheme, because I can't even remember what to write for 6 mark questions. But all I remember is that 2 mark thing, and I'm like, I aced in my exams. I aced the 2 mark questions, but then as soon as it came to like a 12 mark question, I'm like, I don't know what to write. I don't know what to do. And this was in secondary school. I don't know if you had the same like experience with exams as me, but I would get extremely nervous. Like, do you get nervous in exams? Like when you have like the clock ticking and you have to like sit down and write a paper? Or are you actually really good at them and can actually remember what to write?
Well, the thing with exams was funny in my school. Like the math exam, like everybody got the first part of the exam. We had it in 3 parts. Yeah. Everyone got the first part, and everyone wrote it, and everyone around gave it in at around the same time. Yeah. But then they gave the second and the third part, and like 2/3 of the classroom immediately like brought the paper in. It was all empty, just the word written on them, and it said we're done.
That's it. Just finished.
2/3. It was hilarious, and I was like, I got this.
Yeah. Did you do well, or did it like?
I got the highest score of my in my grade.
Yeah.
It was 42%.
I bet they were like, we have like an Einstein. We have a boy that wants to do like they actually wrote on the work that they were done and then they just handed it in. Yeah. Wow.
Nobody like even bothered because it was so unfair. I'm telling you.
But why was it unfair?
So that was the first year when we kids that were my age, we were the first year that was they did an experiment on us.
Experiment?
Yeah,
sounds creepy.
They put topics and stuff in the examination papers that was supposed to be for their high schoolers, and they put those questions in that exam paper. Yeah. So I think it was 2008. No, 2017.
I never remember years.
Yeah. So
terrible.
It was the first year and everyone got fed up with that exam. I mean, people were even on the news media. Yeah. News media covered it. And so,
it was that bad?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Nationally, the grades were so bad at that math exam. All the other exams were good.
Yeah. I think there was something like that in the UK as well. We had it was in the news that grades were falling. But I think something else has even happened.
But that year was very dramatic.
They started reforming things.
The best school in Latvia is Rīgas pirmā ģimnāzija. Yeah. It's hard to really translate it.
Yeah, it's a school.
Yeah, it's a school, and it's for the people who are our grading system is you have A, B, C, D. We have 1 to 10.
That's what they have now in UK.
Oh.
For GCSEs, they changed it. They don't give grades; they give numbers. Yeah. Which is so strange to me because I was one of the last. I think I was the last generation that had grades as that. But yeah, I totally understand. I don't understand the number system because I narrowly escaped it.
Mm-hmm. So people, the kids who were in maths, they had tenors and they gave them a test and they would fill it up with knowledge, whatever. Yeah. Gave it in and they would get a tenor, which means it's excellent, or a 9 or whatever.
Niner.
Still good. Yeah. And that year the average for them was like below 7, which was very dramatic.
Yeah.
And some people some kids like even cried, and like imagine like middle schoolers.
I mean, they don't even know any better. All they understood is that they took a test and that it was bad. Like, it's not like, like they
took it
meant
personally.
it. Yeah, well, I mean,
Like they
I feel
know
like that's what
anything.
society is, though, isn't it? Like, you have to get the best. You have to be the best. If you're not the best, then like you're like a screw up or something, like it or something like that. Or that's how I see it anyway. Like that's how I saw it at the beginning, and that's probably how I saw myself as like a bit of a perfectionist, because I felt like if you don't do it properly, then you'll be left behind, and then you won't get the best. And if you don't get the best, then like, what is there? The worst. But then, I mean, if you're thinking about it in like logical terms, that's like saying that, like, for me, I have to get either 90 or 100, like, to feel good. And if I get like let's just say in university grades, a pass is 60%. Like, that's how much you need, and you'll be fine. But
What? 60%?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
hear this.
I think so anyway. Well, no, actually, that's not true. If you get 40%, you're still considered a pass, but anything below a 40, you either haven't done the homework, because that's how I was so scared of doing this in university. I was so scared that every time I handed a piece of work in, that it would be below 40%.
Yeah.
But it would always come out better, and I'll be like, oh my god, thank god. And my mom's like, why are you even worrying? Like, you would like to get below 40%. I even had the mark scheme. It said that you had to like not even talk about the thing that they even said. That's like saying do a essay on Nissan, and then you did like one on Coca-Cola, and then they're like, well, you obviously didn't do it, so you don't get a low mark. So, that's how that works anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, the marks.
So the like. Oh right. Like in our vocational school.
Yeah.
Well, actually, in every vocational school. Do you know what a vocational school
No.
is? A vocational school is like high school.
Yeah.
Like your high school, not mine.
Yeah. Okay.
Like it's
like
middle school.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so
It's
it's
like a secondary school,
yeah,
I think.
we can just say secondary school. Yeah.
Sure.
So it's like secondary school.
Okay.
But you also get a profession. Like,
That's so interesting, because we don't have that.
really?
No, this is the thing. So like, once you're done primary school,
Yeah.
then you narrow down 8 subjects that you picked. No, yeah. Wait. No, this is really confusing actually, because I can't remember my primary school. But in primary school, it's like you learn everything.
Yeah.
And then in secondary school, you get to pick a minimum of 6 to 7 subjects that you want to do. And then from there,
So you get to pick them.
you get to pick, but like mandatory ones are like the language of the country that you speak, maths, and they normally say that you have to
History.
pick 2 sciences at least, but some people did triple science because they like to do physics. I'd never really understood physics, so I didn't take it. I took biology and chemistry.
Yeah.
And like you could pick a language. I had the choice between French and German. And then you had like geography, and I think that was kind of roundabout all the stuff that I did. And then after you've done that and you get your grades, oh my god, those were terrifying times, because I hated exams and I just wanted to get it done. I got 7 C's and a D in English language. And I am English. I didn't get it right.
I got a tenor in my primary school exam, and I had like 86% in my, 87% in like secondary school.
Yeah.
When I
But like,
wrote the exams.
that sounds like, so you do like a test on all subjects? Because you get a tenor, but like a tenor as in, you get a tenor in everything? Or do you get like marks in everything and they equal a tenor? Or how does that work? Because if you did like French, geography,
So
whatever.
there is like let's say for English,
Yeah.
all year through, they give you tests regularly, and then at the end of the year they average out, and they at the end of the year they give you an exam, and there are two marks. One for the whole year and one for the exam. And if it's because of the security reasons, because the teacher could give you great marks but not teach you anything. So that's why they did examinations, because if the whole class had good grades the whole year through, but the exam was terrible.
It shows something.
About the teacher. But especially for that year for maths, imagine the math teacher through all the country through. I don't know if they got fired or something.
Probably got told to go to teacher school, and then they had to take.
Yeah, but why would somebody do such an experiment? That's actually cruel.
Well, experiment for a teacher?
For students.
For students.
Because the students were taking the exam.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's to make sure that everything is working, but because everything is, as I say, human, like a human invention, like something that's so simple that it's like an idea that seems very complicated and magical as a child, and then you find out what it actually is, and it's actually very simple, like a toaster. A toaster is just a box with a coil in it that heats up bread. Like when you're a child, you think you put the lever down and it pops up with toast, and you're like, how did that happen? But then you suddenly realize after I guess this is kind of a cool thing about growing up, you start realizing that things aren't as well, I don't know. Do you see it as a good thing or a bad thing? I guess it's a good thing that you understand the things around you, but it's kind of you start to realize that things aren't as kind of, I don't know, more complicated as you think they were. Maybe they are complicated, aren't they? Because you have electromagnets in toasters, but the basic concept, washing machine. A washing machine is just a box with a spinning drum with clothes in it and a compartment that after a certain time just lets the soap in, and then it just starts spinning.
Yeah.
I just think that's a human invention.
Well, of course, everything is a human
invention. But it's something that when you say what it is, I guess it's exactly what it is on the tin, what it says on the tin, the saying of it does exactly what it says it will do. Washing machine, it washes clothes, it does that, and you just think that is not as magical. Or maybe that sounds very
fucking
pessimistic.
Magnets, how do they work?
How do they work? Rainbows, how do they work? Yeah, I mean, imagine clowns being your teachers. Magnets, how do they work? Let me tell you, kids. Crazy.
Insane clown posse, was it?
That was weird.
They were featured in 1,000 Ways to Die in one episode. 1,000 Ways to Die is
it's a book.
No, it was a TV show.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
We had it at least in Latvia.
Yeah, 100 Ways to Die.
And they showed 1,000 Ways to Die, how a person can end himself.
It just sounds like a Jackass episode.
Yeah, but it's
but actually dying.
it's like Jackass gone wrong.
Oh my god! It's when what's his name? Who's the main guy in Jackass? Not Steve-O, but the
hey, I'm
what's his name? Whatever. He gets in a ring with a bull. There will just be 100 ways to die. A bull hitting your head. Or I like that show, Jackass, actually. I watched the movies. They were pretty cool. But then building your whole career on hurting yourself. That's interesting, isn't it? getting like
Sort of.
like stung by wasps on your nuts.
It's like a practice of sadomasochism, but they sort of became famous. It's like their hobby.
Yeah, it's just like,
Hit me in the balls.
Yeah, hit me in the balls. It'll be funny, right? Yeah, hit me in the balls. Or like,
He actually wants it.
yeah, maybe. I don't know. But the weird thing is like,
He gets
Do you-
horny. Why do you have a hard on, Steve-O?
yeah, but like, does Steve-O get it hard? Like, it just seems like he wants it, but then we see in his eyes, he's like, please don't actually hit me in the balls. Like, I don't actually want to get hurt. But he's like, come on, I'm dying inside.
That was
Come on.
He was like in a podcast, and he told like he would be like for a few episodes, like he would be on drugs and not feel a thing.
Yeah. That was like in his early, wasn't it? In his like early
days.
career.
Yeah.
Yeah, he even like did stuff like in clown school, and I like they did like a whole like episode of how Steve-O became who he was, and I just wonder, they were in like a boardroom or something, and they came up with a TV show where they hurt each other. Isn't that? It's like weird, isn't it? Like,
Okay.
My
Little Pony, Ed, Ed and Eddie.
yeah.
What should we make?
Like a guy with a cigar and like behind the table going, "Okay, boys, what you got for me? What you got for me?" Well,
Okay.
yeah.
Steve-O gets hit in the balls.
Oh,
but,
yeah, okay,
like,
yeah,
Each
yeah.
episode.
Each episode, and like, is there going to be different ways?
Yeah, but that's a whole plot, and we don't really have anything else for the content.
Yeah,
That's the start, at least.
I.
And the first time,
The
they
Steve-O
don't get
show.
it right, so
Yeah.
they have to redo it.
Oh my god! Imagine, I would hate that. It would just be like, "Oh, sorry, we didn't have the camera on, or we didn't have the microphone on. Sorry,
have to
Steve-O.
do
We
it
need to
again."
we need to like reignite his balls, like put gasoline on his balls. Like we have to reignite it. Sorry, Steve-O." And Steve-O's like, "I like it." No, I don't know, but it was like, there was even a yeah. Oh, my favorite thing for, I don't know why this just came into my head, but they like rent a plane, and they get like the giant airplane engine, and they turn it on, the jet engine, and like this stream of just powerful air, and they just get someone like guy in a wingsuit just runs and does this, and he just flies off. Or like they would get like a football, and they would just throw it in, and it would just go thunk, like so fast into the jet stream that it would, like, they would even have people that weren't in the like initial blast, that like out of the radius, like quite far away, they would throw the like ball, and it would just hit them in the nuts, and they would just go, "Oh," but they would be in pain, and then they would laugh on the floor like the Joker. They'd be like, "Ha ha ha! Like, I liked getting hit in the balls. I loved it. Oh my god." Or like they would get like tennis balls or something. And just one moment in that show really funny. It's like one guy is like sleeping on the sofa, and one guy just walks past with a tennis racket and a tennis ball. He just walks past, and he just like right into his nuts. But like it's so perfect that I feel like they didn't do it in one take. They must, that it was so perfect that he did a perfect serve into his
like,
nuts.
What that channel on YouTube, like Dude Perfect?
Oh, Dude Perfect. Yeah, but they need to do one where it's just them getting hit in the nuts. Over and over and over. Like golf balls.
They should make a content like that. Dude Perfect.
So it's like Dude Perfect meets Jackass. They do like a collab where it's like the guys throw like a baseball, and it goes like up into the sky, hits a plane, and Steve-O's got his legs open, and it just goes like, straight in, and it's like, Dude Perfect,
And then,
perfect, nut shot.
He gets castrated later.
Oh my god! But that would be a fast ball. I mean, that would make sense. I mean, I've been to many baseball games. I really like baseball. Like, but they do like 190
I've never
mile.
been to baseball. I would imagine like in UK you would like go to cricket games. And
Yeah, but I don't like cricket because it takes days and days. Like, we even watched that video that it wasn't really like, it was like a joke how-to, but like a how-to for cricket. And
the Hugbees channel.
yeah, the Hugbees channel, which was like, it is kind of like that. I mean, just two people running from 2 points, and like it would get so late in the night that they would just pack up, go home, come back, do it the next day, and they'll just do it for 3 days.
I think somebody should make,
It's a random meme.
I think people should make like a podcast where they would like, on the start of the podcast, they would like drop acid.
And then go crazy.
Yeah, on the podcast.
I mean,
I would watch that.
I mean, that would go with like the genre of chaotic podcasting. They would just be sitting on a sofa. I don't even know drugs. I'm just gonna make it up.
Yeah.
They'll just sit on a couch and they'll see things.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you see like patterns? Or
Definitely.
Yeah. So you're just sitting there and you just, wow, that's so good, right? It'll just
That's very accurate.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nice. I watch a lot of movies, but an hour podcast of somebody just going, wow. But like nothing else, just silence and wow.
A mate of mine, like, he ate acid and he was alone in his home.
That's never a good thing.
And
I guess.
as he told me, like he started talking to his drawer or something.
Hello, Mr. Drawer. Hello, I love you. You will. I am your companion to keep your clothes
had
in.
like a whole conversation. Like he imagined in his head like how the drawer would
A drawer.
a drawer.
A drawer. Yes, because we're in Britain.
The drawer.
A chest of. Well, maybe you can even say a chest of drawers.
Yeah, a chest of drawers.
There you go. That makes sense. Then a drawer.
Like he would have a whole wholesome
Yeah.
conversation, and he would be like, "You're my best friend, Mr. Drawer."
I would get really scared. Oh man! So there was like this thing. It was on $1 Million Butt. Have you seen $1 Million Butt? It's by a channel called Rooster Teeth.
No.
Where it's a channel where once in a, I don't know if they still do it, but it's like it's $1 million, but you. It's you will get $1 million, but, and then there's always something that happens. And one of them was, every object
Yeah.
will say what it is in a voice that suits that object. So if it was like a bottle, it'll be like bottle, 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 or a microphone. And I love how one of them even said like, oh, I just wear earplugs, but then it would just be like, when you put the earplugs, it'll be like, earplugs.
I mean, if a glass would talk, I imagine that it would be a female voice, and it would be pretty high pitched.
Glass. Drink from me.
Come on, drink on me.
Glass.
I'm really wet.
I'm really wet. Drink from me because I'm wet. What a weird way to end.
And then, like the huge, what's that called?
Oh, I guess that's like a. Oh my god! Now I have to think about it. It's
wardrobe.
well, but it's not a wardrobe. It's
Okay. Well,
oh, shelf. Yeah, it's a shelf.
yeah. Well, let's imagine a wardrobe, and I imagine that it's like really low pitched.
Wardrobe.
A wardrobe.
Open me, and then inside is like t-shirt, wardrobe. You would go insane, and I bet you that's what acid's like. Everyone talking to you, and you probably have like some crisis where it's like chair, wall,
I
floor,
mean,
floor,
the
floor,
walls.
floor.
I mean, the wall like did talk to me, at least in a.
Hello, Janis.
Not like in.
I
that-
am your wall.
Not like didn't hear it. It's just like the patterns sort of made words.
Oh, nice. Like
So,
a poem.
But it was like a bit. I only
Surreal.
remember like random bits, so it might have been random, it might have been not random, but like actual like made sense
Yeah.
for me at that time. But now it's been a long time, so I don't really remember it so clearly. But I do remember that like on the walls there were drawings of words,
Yeah.
and then I would interpret them.
Nice. So the wall is it's like some Harry Potter shit.
Oh right,
That's like what happens in Harry Potter, I think.
like Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah, like yeah, bruh. Like the Chamber of Secrets, bruh. Like,
Okay, we need to wrap this up. And
of course, because it's been so long. See you later,
Okay.
alligator in a wild crocodile.
boom.